Hello, hello, MWCW here. Um, I didn't realize in my APL adventures that I was on day 8. So, as of right now, I got new flight offers. Granted, most of them were a bunch of 1-star, 2-stars. That's fine. Because my rating tanked, as you would see seen in the last video if you watched it all the way to the end, due to RNAV procedures in the Boeing 737. At the moment, they're a little wonky. And it's come to a point where I just auto land the Boeing 737. I'm not comfortable with it. I just want to auto land it all the time because I'm not comfortable. But the plane that I am most comfortable with, lo and behold, is actually, let's do it this way. Let's go to airliners. If you can't tell by everything here, stuff that uses the Airbus systems. Shocker. I mean, I do love the ERJs. My one epiphany is that they just had an update. The update was kind of useless to me. It says that it allows FMS speed, which at that point when I saw that, I thought that meant that I could enter in the FMS speed, and where I need the VNAV to V, basically do a manual VNAV. Yeah, no, I am so dead wrong on that. And FMS speed is there for the climb, the cruising speed, and all that. It basically just gives you a measure of what's going on. So to me, this is kind of still useless at the moment, are the E-Jets. I'm still learning the CRJs. I'm not 200% familiar with them. Now, as far as Boeing aircraft goes, I have zero problem flying the Dreamliners. I have zero problem flying the 747. I do, however, have a problem with the PMDG 737s. And it is due to the RNAV approach on some airports. The autopilot, for me, as soon as it turns on to capture the glide path, it automatically disconnects the autopilot and auto thrusters. So I'm just kind of staying away where I'm over here in Australia, and about to show you where I'm actually going to be at in the next episode, because I'm not in Australia anymore. And technically, I pretty much came full circle. And I'll explain that in a minute. But as you can tell, I have the A330s. You know, we all have A310. I love the A300s. I would love to learn the ATRs. I just have a little problem starting them up. So I'm waiting on Kingsman from which is the solo developer for FSFO. He's planning on, as far as I know, he's planning on doing the CRJs import, which then I can actually start flying CRJs. And we all voted for, as a community, for the ATRs to be the next quote-unquote new aircraft. But so flipping over to this, just to give y'all a little. Let's see, where is it? A little schedule preview. We have came full circle. It's the circle of life. I'm officially back with Air Peach. Yes, you heard me right. I'm back with Air Peach. And the beautiful thing about it is now that I get to fly this with them this time around, I get to fly this beautiful Phoenix A320. Once I can find it. I think they are CFMs, if I'm not mistaken. Where's Peach Aviation? Nope. Are they really, they're AIEs? I would take them to be one of the few that are just make sure I didn't scroll past it. Yeah, okay. So I believe they're AIEs or IAEs, excuse me. I'd have passed them up again. Switch this over so you guys can see. Jetstar, JetBlue. Maybe not. I thought they did have. Let me take a look at something. Something ain't right. Let me take a look at the livery manager real quick. Peach. Air Peach. Well, maybe not. Well, I'm silly. All right, so let's take this out. Bring up all 12 pages. Japan. The only Japan one that they have is all Nippon. Okay, so that's... Okay. So I just gotta go download one, whatever. It's not a big deal. That's what FS or FlightSim.to is for. I have to do the one for... Peach. There we go. This is where I've seen it. They are CFMs. Okay. Comes with several different liveries. No titles on the engine. That's fine. Alright, cool. We'll download. And I always like the ones with the packs. Because I can always fly a different livery each time. But yeah, we get to take out the CFM version of the Phoenix, which I'm pretty happy about. But not only that, basically I like using my setup that I have with Active Sky. I ran into a problem with saying intentions with Active Sky. And I got to see if there's a way for them to accept a third-party port for that weather. If not, I'm just going to be using FSHUD. Because otherwise I'm forced to use Microsoft Weather with it. So, but yeah, guys, we're back with Air Peach. I'm actually super excited to be back with them. I really, really am. Because a lot of these flights are all short flights, with the exception of these last three. These are kind of like medium flights. But basically, we go back to our home base of Osaka in the Kansen International Airport. Our first flight is to Sendai, and then Sendai to Chubu, and then Chubu to New Chitose. And y'all know I love me some New Chitose. I don't know what it is about that airport. I think it's just very unique with the terminal being in the center of the 4 runways. You don't see that so often in any of the airports. Normally the terminals are off to the side or close to a major roadway where it can get access. With this one, they're just like plopped right in the middle. But also, with New Chitose is Chitose Air Force Base, which I'm not sure if anybody's noticed the way of operations there. They don't use the 2 far left runways for, I guess we can say public aviation. Basically, those 2 runways are meant for military and high level dignitaries. That's what those 2 runways are meant for. It's meant for the Japanese Air Force. On that one particular side. So all commercial aviations are on the right-hand side of the airfield. With New Chitose. But we do Chitose to Kinsen, Kinsen back to Sendai, Sendai back to Kinsen, then Kinsen to Narita, and then we start our long hauls from Narita to Naha, Naha to Chubu, Chubu back to Naha. So we get to go exploring the island a little bit. I mean, there is some back and forth. Air Peach is going to be back and forth. Just to let you guys know. And I always did what I typically do, which is target hours. But I wasn't expecting to get a schedule like this, where I'm technically have to do the first 4 flights in order to get my 5 hours of, I guess we could say, first 5 hours of flight credit. Because the 2 that I did down in Australia today, even though it was a 5-hour long video, ground time was 2.5 hours. So I'm only getting paid, or 2.5. Actually, I took a little bit longer, so it's a little bit longer than 2.5. I'll probably say almost about 3 hours of ground time. So only 2 hours of flight. So I still got to do at least 3 of the 4 of these. And especially with them technically ending in Sapporo or starting in Sapporo, I'm going to have no issue doing them. Because I love going to Sendai. I love going to New Chitose. I just wish that I was able to find decent scenery for some of the Japanese airports. Swing over here real quick. That's going to be fun flying. So let's. Kansen has 2 offers. Honestly, I normally would go with Dominic Design Team because I think they're the ones that did New Chitose as well. It doesn't say. I can find it in my content manager, but I think they're the ones that did it. The thing is that I would actually take TechnoBrain's version of Kansai, and this is the main reason why, is because this company is actually in charge of the gaming series I Am an Air Traffic Control 4. They're the ones that make that particular game, and they are located in Japan. I believe they're actually located somewhere near Osaka, actually. And, you know, who's going to know them much, you know, these airports much better than an actual Japanese company? Version 1.10 released a lot. So last time it was updated was in 2022, which I don't think this airport has gone under many renovations anyways. So this will be an airport that I'll be looking to get, especially now with me being back in Japan. I'm back in the fold for Air Peach, with this being their hub. I wouldn't mind actually getting Technobrains. The only thing about Technobrains to me, and it's based off of their design choice. And to me, this looks a little too much like I am an traffic controller 4. Blah, 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 blah. It does look a little too much like it. I mean, I'm not saying that the taxiways are not going to be authentic or anything. You know, the gate areas are not going to be authentic. I'm just saying, just looking at this, it looks too much like I am an air traffic controller 4. It really does look like it. So let's go back. There was one more offer on the table. Yeah, and it's dominant design team. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so so they have an inside terminal model. This actually looks a whole lot better. It looks like the grass is actually real and not, 32-bit. Yeah, in the main terminal area just looks a whole lot better. A lot more wear and tear. A lot more patchiness to the grass. Got the wave markings here from high tide and whatnot. And then we have the sky view. The iconic bell. Yeah, all of this just looks a lot better. Let's take a look here at the picture. Okay, so, yeah, even the vehicle traffic looks better. And I'm not sure when this technically got released. But this will be one that I'll be looking for. I don't think Sendai has anything. I can check, though. I think the city does. I don't think the airport does. Oh, there is. Nope. Yeah, so Sendai doesn't have anything, unfortunately. But, nope. I thought maybe we had a cityscape or something. Chubu, I don't think we have anything for Chubu. I think they're over here. There they are. Oh, we do. Same person. Dominant Designs team. Okay. Dreamlifter? What the hell? But yeah, I mean, it does look pretty good. And the thing is about me, I'll be openly honest with you guys. I love flying in Japan. I really, really do. Not because of, like anime reasons or anything of that nature. It's just that the landscape and me being more for nature, because I do go walking around on walking trails when I'm not working or making videos for you guys. I do go on a lot of nature trails and stuff around here in Georgia. And I like to do a lot of like woodland hiking and stuff of that nature. So to me, their countryside, their mountainous region and stuff like that, it just puts me in awe sometimes. I think Narita has an airport offer as well. Oh, Dre's design. This is who did. It wasn't the other guy. It was this team that did Nuchitose. So I know that this is gonna be pretty good because they hit that one on the head. So I know Narita is gonna be pretty good. And they're always very high level detailed. There's the All in the Pond hangar bay. United. That looks like a 777. I mean, the detail, even when it rains, looks spot on. The big car park. The beautiful night lighting that's here. See, having these airports, I wouldn't mind even. Yeah, all this night lighting. I wouldn't mind even having, doing night flights for you guys at that point. There's inside the control tower. KLM is here. And of course, you got Haneda down here, which just comes with static aircraft. There's just a. So let's go down south to the other one that I would be going to, wherever that is. Where is. Not hot. There it is. So, Naha only has one runway now. The story on Naha is that this used to be for the Air Force. The thing is, I think with the rising sea level, I think most of it's underneath water at the moment. I mean, as you can tell from the dark blue here, kind of overlapping where the runway actually was. Yeah, and you can tell that there's a missing section right here where you used to be able to taxi to go over to the mainland. Yeah. At the time of this picture, they were doing the work on the. Looks like work on the pier. So Naha just went down to a single runway, but because this is technically not decommissioned, it's just out of action. They still have to label this one singular runway 18 right, 18 left until this comes about. Oh, there's the main terminal. I was like, where the hell's the main terminal in Naha at? Jeez. That's not a fun taxi. But it is what it is. But yeah, I'll probably end up getting Kinson. Definitely Kinson. And I might end up getting Narita. I mean, y'all let me know what you think. Especially if I enjoy Japan so much. If I actually should get some of these extra airports for out here. Hi, Maya. Which means it's time for bed if she's up here on my desk. Right? You ready for bed, Maya? I know you are good girls. But for me and my little furry co-pilot Maya, whoop, that just popped out of my hands. we're going to bid you a good night. And basically, the way how I'm wanting to take this series from here on out is just basically be an Airbus flyer, pretty much. I just want to fly the Airbus. Like I said, I'm going to get the captain's pack. I could put fuel in my car and see if I have $25 left over. And if I do, I'll just go on ahead and pick up Kenson before the next episode. Anyways, later. Peace, guys.